What is up, my friends? How's it going? So today we have a Nintendo Switch USB-C port that needs a little bit of fixing. Looks normal at first glance. Perhaps we need to take this under the microscope. So let's hit it. Everything looks good to me on that side. Let's check the other side. Still good there. Oh, I see it. Now my camera's a little bit out of focus. Do apologize about that, but I see one of the pins is kind of bent all the way back in there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull that out. So let's put some flux on there. And we get our low melt solder. And after our low melt, we'll take that puppy right off. Alright. Let's do it to it. Let's get those T1000 juices all ready to go. Get the other side. We don't want to neglect the other side. And I always sometimes forget flux. Oh, it's still kind of melted there. That's okay. As it's low melt solder, it takes a while to get hard. That's what she said, huh? Hope not. Not with us, because we like to fix things, make sure that things are fixed, things are working, rocking and rolling. Alright. Let's get a little bit of hot air on there. When I mean a little bit, I mean a lot. But you know what I mean. It'll come right out. Come right off. Yeah. Try number 2. We're gonna try a second time. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can do it. I believe it. I believe in you. Yes. Yes. And that's what I'm talking about. Alright, there we go. Took it off. Nice. Now, whenever I take off low melt solder, I always like to put just a little bit of flux, because flux helps solder flow. course, I like to show it on camera. This stuff is so small, I can move a millimeter away and the camera won't even see it. Just for you guys. Just for you guys. Because I like you. Let's all clean that up with our pink Q-tip. Yeah. Kind of sped up the cleaning process a little bit, you know, so we could just get to the repair. Just get to what we gotta do. No nonsense, no BS. That's what we do here. Make sure everybody is on board with what we're doing. Let's not waste any time. So let's add some more flux on there, and then we're gonna tin those pads, make sure they're all nice and ready to rock. Because you see, some of the pads are actually inside the USB-C port, and we have to make sure to get those ready, because when we put it on, when we put this USB-C port, we can't see them. We won't be able to see what's going on there. So. The reason I'm taking it off is because you have to make sure it lands on it like really good. Just pretty much want it to be like the one on the left. Just all holy. Yeah, very holy. You can see through it. Part the waters and see the other side. That's what we want. Okay? Did the same thing again. Just try to take it off on the other side. Alright, just clean it up a little bit. Making sure that it's nice and clean before we do anything. I think I'm gonna rip a pad right now. Oh, I did it. You see that? I think we can get that on instant replay. We're gonna have to take that off and make a new trace, make a new pad. Scrape, 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 scrape. So what I'm doing is I'm exposing that trace, and then I'm gonna put a little solder lug on it. So I'm checking this one because this one was wobbling a little tiny bit, the one directly to the right of it. So I'm just checking that everything's good with it. See? A little tiny bit movement right there. It's not a good thing to see. So far, nothing's beeping at me. Except that one. Sometimes when you rip something, you gotta really make sure where that trace is actually going to. That's kind of the problem here. Because I don't really know unless I have a donor. But I have a donor! A really crappy donor. But still a donor nonetheless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off that terrible soldered on USB-C port. I don't even know where I got this donor board. But whoever did that job is... Oof. And to be honest, I think this donor board is actually fixable. Because it is cracked, but I think I'm able to see all the traces. I don't think it's too many layers deep on this actual board. I think it's probably like 2 layers. Like ground and everything else that isn't ground. So in the next video, we're gonna fix it. Maybe. Or we're gonna have a repair attempt, for sure. See where it goes from there. If we fix it, great. If we don't, well, then you will see me fail horribly. That is disgusting. We're gonna compare it to the other one and see what trace goes to what. Just go so we can be 100% sure that we're doing the right thing, and we don't put this on and we get we get nothing showing up on the board. We don't want that. We don't do that here. We like to make sure everything is done to the best of our abilities, and we get you a great product. Great repair, and it lasts for a long, long time after that. But then again, we have no idea how long some of this stuff lasts. Depends on how you use it, really. And that little pad came off too. So I gotta... Yep. Everything is pretty much correlating with the board we're fixing. That's good. Alright, let's go back to our original. And here's the solder lugs that we're going to be using. We actually used these in another repair video of ours. I think it was the PlayStation? It was a recent one. We just posted it. think it might have been a PlayStation where we use these. Yeah, they're really good. They're really handy to have. I really do recommend these. I believe they're on the bottom of our description. So if you look down there, you'll see that we do affiliate links to those sellers. And you can get your own and do your own fixes. And we encourage it. You know, we love to make sure that our customers are also a little savvy too. So it's not like I want to have all this knowledge for myself and say, no, nobody else can have it. No, that's Apple. That's how Apple thinks. Nope. No way. That is a no-no with us. With us, we like to teach, we like to learn, we like to fix. And make sure you're entertained a little bit. Just a little. In the process. Alright, here's my conformal coating. This green stuff. The green leprechaun juices. Don't ask me from where. I just know it's green, it's leprechaun-y. Leprechaun-y-ish. I do have some black conformal coating too. I just haven't used it. I gotta use it sometime. So it's like a little paintbrush. sure all my alignment's good. Just because it was a little bit high, a little bit higher than normal. Just gonna use the hot air to make sure those pads in the middle are touching those connectors. Needs a little bit more hot air. Like I was talking about alignment, to make sure everything's good, and it's not gonna come off later. Just because there's like too much tension on one side or the other. It has to be like flush, and those holes need to be pretty good because those are actual screw holes, so you don't put solder on that part. Okay, a little bit more flux here. Make that flush on the board. Yeah, a buddy of mine, we had some repair recently where we needed to solder something, but it wasn't for something electronic. And a buddy of mine was telling me that plumbers use a specific kind of solder for pipes and stuff. And I never really thought about it, but maybe for something where it's like more like welding than soldering, yeah, I'd definitely consider it. Because you never know. Sometimes even tiny things just break and they need to be welded, and they're not always electronic. So I know this stuff is great for electronics, small electronics, micro soldering. But as far as actual welding, like something that is very structural and not just for, micro connections, yeah, I definitely want to look into that. What was it called? Silver solder? I think it might be that. Not exactly sure. As I said, not a plumber. Just a lowly computer repair guy. Yeah, just a lowly computer repair shop. I'm just a lowly computer cobbler. That's it. Just a lowly computer repair cobbler. And also a video game cobbler sometimes. Thanks, Matthew Broderick. Thank you. Thank you for remembering me. Thank you for helping me remember that movie. The Thief and the Cobbler. I think that movie took like 26 years to make. It was like crazy. Like crap. Good. Just checking each connection. Make sure that nothing is touching. Sometimes I do this like 2, 3, even 4 times. Just so I'm like 100% sure. I know other people are going to be like, dude, you don't need to do that so much. You're just wasting your time. No, no, no. We take pride in our work and we want to make sure that every connection is great. You don't return the item, which will obviously waste your time. And then I have to open it up again, which also takes time from other customers that we might be working on. So I definitely love to do it right just the first time, and I strive for that. That's why I will check the connections, like I said, 3 or 4 times, maybe 5. I don't know. So let's just say less than 10, more than 2. Yeah, that's it. Just to make it even. And getting the back. Now these are ground pins, but more for structure. I think you know the deal. I'm sure you've seen other videos of mine or other repair dudes like me. Let's clean this all up. Man, I love that shiny solder. Look how shiny it is. That's unoxidized. Very nice looking, if I may say so myself. Living in the city, yeah. In the city, baby. Nice. Yeah, baby. Alright. Oh boy. Here I go fixing again. Let's plug it in. Make sure this sucker worked. Alright, if you see the power symbol on the left. Doesn't mean it works yet. But we know it turns on. Alright. And it charged. Yes. Alright, well thank you everybody. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Hope you all